get a question. Nada, you have a question for us?
Yes, I do.
Please.
So my question is, now that we've clearly established that this is about international norms and the use of chemical weapons, the United States used napalm and white phosphorus in Iraq. Are we really the country to take the moral high road on Assad's use of chemical weapons?
All right, Mr. Gingrich.
And what's the end game?
Thank you. Mr. Gingrich, let's bring you in here, Newt, from the perspective of, you heard Nada's question. What is the end game? And please give us some perspective on how you think the White House has handled it so far.
Well, frankly, I'm opposed to this campaign for partially the purpose that the point she made. We've had 100,000 people killed in Syria so far. We've had lots of children killed. These are tragedies. We've also had tragedies around the world, in Darfur, in Rwanda, in West Africa. I don't agree with the president's comment in Sweden the other day that we're the world's 911. And I think that we ought to be very careful about the projects we undertake. I can't imagine a limited campaign, and Secretary Hagel yesterday in the House testimony said it would only cost tens of millions. That's a direct quote, tens of millions. Well, a Tomahawk missile cost about $1 million. So if it's in the tens of millions, we're talking about 30, 40, 50 missiles against a regime which has, by the way, been in power since 1970. His father took over in 1970, 43 years ago. It just strikes me that we're in the middle of a public relations effort. It makes no sense. You saw Secretary of Kerry and the Senate committee start by saying no boots on the ground, then answer a question by describing boots on the ground, then retract boots on the ground and say, gee, I was just thinking out loud. I don't get a lot of confidence when the Secretary of the State thinks out loud about a war.